What's up, you guys? Ross Sapp, managing editor of Fightful.com here. Time for the Fightful Wrestling Weekly preview. The Fightful Wrestling Weekly is something I started a couple of weeks ago. There are a lot of exclusives and sources that I talk to that don't necessarily fit into full articles, or maybe they're even like behind-the-scenes stories of some of the articles that I do. One of those is definitely from old to gold. It's the 7,000-word NWA feature that I dropped today, which is Wednesday after Christmas. And we talked about Tim Storm, about Dave Lagana, Billy Corgan. I interviewed people like Colt Cabana and Dan Severn, people like that, about this story and about how it made me care again in 2017. But there were a lot of people who either wouldn't talk to me, couldn't talk to me, or I couldn't get a hold of. I'll let you know who those are in tomorrow morning's Fightful Wrestling Weekly, which drops a day early. Also, there's certain people that I left out intentionally because I thought that it told a little bit of a better story than if I got it from this source. Not for any malicious reason. Just I think some things are better left unsaid. However, I do often do revised versions of my long forms like Muhammad Hassan and Brawl for All, and I'll likely do that with NWA as well. I also go on to talk about a certain character, which Vince McMahon, it's kind of a rib. He thinks something on Raw is particularly hilarious, so he's going about making it happen more. There is a wrestler at the Performance Center that is gaining comparisons to Cesaro, which far worse things could happen for a Performance Center prospect. That is in the Fightful Wrestling Weekly. Also, I elaborate a little bit more on the Mandy Rose news that has kind of reemerged this week. Fightful.com had the exclusive up 5 weeks ago that it was a conscious decision on WWE's part to not have her appear on NXT because they didn't want to give her a run there before she was on WWE TV. Again, we reported that about 5 weeks ago. So I elaborate a little bit more on that since that news came back out. Also, a format change for Listen Ya Boy. Some of you have noticed, some of you haven't. I've got information on that in there, and how New Japan feels about their deal with Chris Jericho so far. All that and more in the Fightful Wrestling Weekly. Instead of Friday morning, it's dropping Thursday morning. There is a major power outage in Puerto Rico right now, so I'm giving Carlos an extra day to get the Fightful Boxing newsletter. May take a couple extra days, but didn't want to leave you all without anything on a Thursday morning. Of course, tonight, if you're watching this on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Some of you will have already seen this video by the time it airs, but Royal Rumble alternate commentary 2005. We're going over the Royal Rumble match itself. Myself, Alex, Jeff, lending some alternate commentary to that. I've got a lot of backstage stories, a lot of behind-the-scenes news on that, anecdotes, things of that nature. Make sure you all check out that Fightful Wrestling Weekly. Let people know about it. There's so much information. At least 1,000 words there every single week that you will only get at Fightful.com. Thank you guys so much. Leave us a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you guys.